Starting out with 508 steps. We're going to do a pretty lengthy walk today. We'll see how it goes. This is a cool trail. Going by way of the pavilion. Actually, it's really nice this morning. Really cool. Unfortunately, the pavilion's just not pushing any water out, if you can see it. When I was a kid, we would go down here and get a drink of water pretty often. Let me tell you, even though it was sulfur water, on a hot day, it's pretty good. It's very cold. It's in the mid-60s this morning, so it's nice, brisk. And I walked this trail a while back. Dad and I used to jog it quite a bit. And it's been years since I had walked it. And the other day I walked it. And I gotta tell you, it's grown up a lot, but it's really well maintained. Because unless I've totally lost my mind, and maybe I have, seeing as how I'm walking by myself talking to a camera, but there used to not be a lot out here, growth-wise. Yep. Squirrel. You know how you deal with those squirrels? You wrap it in the coat and you smack it with the hammer. I mean, that's according to Christmas Vacation. I don't advocate doing that. I actually like squirrels. Other than the fact they can get in your vehicle and create a little havoc. They do like to chew on things. Now this walk, we're about to the turn, and if I go to the left, it's going to take me to Cold Springs. the campground, which is right at the turn. It's like when you turn to go into the park. We're gonna go to the right. This actually will take us up by the nature center if we go that far. And it's kind of one of those deals, unless you wear the right shoes or you're kind of into it, you can choose to turn and go back. But if you actually want to make the loop, the best way to do it is to go on up to the nature center, wind up on the other side of the creek, and then walk back. Now, I have not actually pegged that. I don't know. Seems like it could be around a 3-mile walk, possibly. And if so, it's a good walk. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Definitely hear a truck. But right through here, little trail, I'm not gonna walk down there. Right through here, you can hear the creek. And you're walking along the south side of the creek this whole way. And when I was a kid, and Dad and I were in good enough shape that we jogged, we would actually stop on the way back. We'd run to the nature center, we'd run back, we'd stop at Bear Falls and jump into the water, and then get out and walk the rest of the way back. Well, yeah, that was pretty neat. I remember as a kid doing that, and I still talk about it every now and then. It's pretty neat. Now, if you hear me puffing on something, I'm not vaping. Unless you consider albuterol a vape. I am an asthmatic. And this time of year, there's a lot of stuff that kind of sets me off, allergy-wise. So every now and then I have to use an inhaler. Now, on a sidebar, for anyone interested, what kind of got all this going, of course, was the health component of it. I started out at 340 pounds. This morning, when I weighed 297. So 43 pounds flat is what I'm down. It's taken a while too, and that's a good thing. That's how you want to lose weight. And cut my meds way back. I was taking the blood pressure medication, and I'm not taking that now. Oh, my doctor's not watching this. I haven't totally quit renewing it. Because I don't want to see what my blood work says and go into the doctor and see what my blood pressure reads at the doctor. But I think it'll be good. That bridge isn't very wide, is it?
We're gonna let you go first.
Y'all have a good one. medication that I was taking, you know, I'm hoping I don't need any of that. I'm hoping that just the exercise. Somebody commented on my channel, exercise, I think it was something equals health care, I think was the quote. And that's true. And I've known it. But in all honesty, it's hard. You know, if you're watching, and you're thinking, I don't know if I can do this or want to do it. I am not a health professional. I've said that before. Here's what I will tell you. Do what you can do. Do what you can do. That's it. And then keep doing what you can do. Now here's what that means. That sounds simple. Good morning, guys. How are y'all this morning? Hey. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, guys. Yeah, I know. It's a nice morning. Y'all don't have to worry about me. I'm too fat to chase you. So I was saying, do what you can do and keep doing what you can do. What that means is this. If all you can walk's a quarter of a mile, that's it. And you're just, it's killing you. Killing you. Look at this. Man, that is what God has made. Isn't that beautiful? Wonderful. You might could see, I don't know, the road where I usually walk from Panther Falls to Bear Falls, right on the other side. And literally you can look through and see the road. So this trail, not too secluded. So if you can walk a quarter mile and you do that. If you can't walk but 2 blocks, you do that. Don't worry about speeding up. Now I have exercised a big part of my life. One of the things we tend to do, whether it's to lift for strength or cardio, exercise for cardio, whatever it is you're doing, we tend to push ourselves to the point of burnout too soon. Now, what you need to do is do what you can do and keep increasing that. You know, if I walk a quarter mile for a month, I know that seems like it's slow progress, but maybe that turns into a half a mile at the end of the month, right? Pretty soon you're walking a mile. It's not about walking a fast pace. You know, you may have health issues that just don't allow you to walk a fast pace. Just walk what you can walk. Do what you can do. Do what you can do. But keep doing it. Don't quit. And it'll increase. And you'll start seeing a difference. So many people, including myself, I've done it. You start out and you're motivated, and then something comes up and you quit, or you set out a regimen that's impossible for you to keep up with. Don't do that. Make it something you can do, something that's feasible. Folks, if you haven't done anything in a long time, I have a news flash for you that you already know. You're going to be sore. That first time you go out and walk, maybe it's a quarter of a mile. And when you're done, you go, man, I'm sore. Well, don't be embarrassed. Keep doing it. Work that soreness out. There's a difference in soreness, muscle soreness, and an injury. And most of us can tell. So just push yourself wisely, but do it. Set a goal. Let's say 3 times a week, be an overachiever. Say I'm gonna 4 days a week get out and walk. 4 days a week. And do it. Prepare for the elements. It'll be cooler. Dress for that. Warmer, dress for that. Raining, cold, whatever. Be prepared. Have a backup plan. Something I've started doing, which is just common sense stuff. You've heard it a million times. Park further from the door at the store, if you're able. Yeah, I know some folks have injuries, they're disabled, they have issues. I understand that. I'm not fussing at people. I'm talking about folks who know they can do better and want to do better but just haven't. This isn't about being an athlete at 53 going on 54 this year. Me being an athlete, if I ever was one, that's questionable, but that's gone. That ain't gonna happen. I just want to be healthy. Folks, I want to enjoy life as long as the good Lord has me here. I want to enjoy my grandbabies, but or grandbaby right now. But you know, do what you can do. Man, do what you can do. Encourage you today to do that. Get out. I happen to be wearing a shirt today that I haven't been able to wear for a year and a half, nearly 2 years. And that just, believe me, I'm no exercise guru. Just walking and cutting back on my diet. Still trying to keep my diet around 2,000 calories. And really trying to cut back on sugar. That's the main thing. The reason I'm trying to cut back on sugar is the inflammation. Look at this. It's awesome. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. Just awesome, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Neat view. I'd have to be on the other side. I'm not sure if it's Garfield. Little Garfield Falls. I know it's not Bear. I think it's probably Garfield. But yeah, just cut out sugar quite a bit. I'm trying to be more aware of preservatives in food and additives. Man, I don't want to put any more of that stuff in my body than I have to. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't think there's a conspiracy to it. I think they want the food to last longer. They put more in it. And at the end of the day, it's about money. That food, the longer shelf life it has, the less waste they have, the less pulling the product off the shelf. And that's what they do. It's about the bottom line. And it is not because Stone Cold said so. It's because they want to make money. They don't want to waste product. So, let's help them waste product. Don't eat junk. Don't eat junk that's harmful to you. Now, we're getting close now. And such a beautiful place. Right here. You can't see it, but I sure can. I can almost get sentimental about it. Almost get a lump in my throat. A younger dad, my dad, being a young man, younger than I am now. And a boy, we've been running, we come through here, and we walk right down through this little trail to that falls. We're hot, and we jump in that water. It was a good day. It was a good day. Ghost. Ghost. It was a good day. If you've ever ran the trails and jumped in the water, and leave a comment if you listen this far. If you've had good memories on these trails, leave a comment. Man, I felt like I owned this park as a kid. Yes, I did. Switching pockets here. I hear jinkling. My keys. Go this way. Anybody that's ever walked up here, you'll know where I'm at. Right here. That's your low water crossing. Right here's the back road to the park. This trail will take us to the nature center. And we'll wind up on the northwest side of the creek. Turn glide. Now it's interesting, going to a concert tonight with my son, and it's a concert I would have gladly attended 30 years ago. I am much more looking forward to spending time with my son tonight. Shout out to my good friend Tracy Street. He'll be there. Get to visit with him, and I always enjoy that. Spending time with Dobbs, that's great. And that will be the best part of the concert for me, because I'm old. I'm old. Now the point to that is, I'm doing a longer walk today. We'll see how the old left foot holds up. Yesterday was, it's got to where the plantar fasciitis, that pain shoot through that foot. And I hate it. I hate that happens. We're going to keep on, keep it on. Now, we're about to turn away from the sun here. So, no doubt that the sun may actually be playing havoc with my filming. Maybe. If it is, we're about to be out of it. If you turn this on and get on a treadmill, that's what my wife does. She walks on a treadmill and she'll turn these videos on. And give a shout out to her too. Go get them, Karen. Walk that treadmill. But if you do that, I'm about to have it where the sun's not messing with you, hopefully, really quickly. Now, if I want to get crazy, I could walk back to Antelope Springs, which I've done in the prior video. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to turn right back here, because I just don't think I've got the legs today for that. Now, as we walk here, we'll wind up on the other side of the creek right here. Nature Center's to my right, east of me. And if you haven't been there lately, it's pretty neat. More of a gift shop now than it used to be. Matter of fact, when I was a kid, I used to go in there and I'd buy postcards and hang them up on my wall. Postcards, if I remember right, was about all they'd sell. And for the longest time, it was the only indoor theater in town. And by that, I meant you could go watch your 15-minute nature film. And I did. If it was a real hot day, I'd been swimming, and I got tired of swimming for a little bit, wanted a break, get out and dry off. I go hang out at the Nature Center, look at the rattlesnake. Had a huge centipede in there. I remember one time as a kid, I was in there, and a friend of mine, and they were feeding the centipede, and had a grasshopper in there. And I'm telling you, I may be dreaming it, but it seems like when that centipede got a hold of that grasshopper screamed out, not like in a human voice, but in its grasshopper voice. It was rough. Here's the other side of Little Niagara. I filmed it a couple weeks ago. Here it is. Sure is pretty. Great swimming hole. The only knock against Little Niagara is it gets so packed. I'll tell you something, and I may do it one of these days here before it gets too cold. In the 60s, that water's freezing, and guess what? I may jump in there one day. We just may get crazy. I may wear my trunks and just drive down here and get in the water. I won't film that. Maybe I ought to film that. That'd be quite the same. Now we're walking the trail. I mentioned Travertine. We're walking the trail, Travertine Islands down here. And I'm amazed at how many people are in the area. So I thought this was pretty well known, but don't know this little spot. And I'm going to walk up through it just for posterity. My son, the first time we ever went to the park with him, one of the things I was most excited about, we put him in his little carriage, his stroller. We brought him down here at Travertine Rock. I call it Travertine Island. It's surrounded by the creek. And this is cool. You got, of course, your trash. It is set up for a group. We've had men's breakfast here. Look at this. You got your rock table, cooker, another rock table, picnic table. Let's see. Do they have the cooker over here? Did they take it out? You know what? They took the cooker out that was over here. I don't know why. But they still have the one cooker here. That's unfortunate. Man, they need to replace that. It's a great place to come cook. Listen to the water and just be out here. They take the cooker out. People must have been cooking too hard on it. They're doing some power cooking. And they broke the cooker down and they've taken the cooker out. So now we're going to wind up back on the road. This is the road you wind up on. Here's one way. One way. And folks, we're quite a ways out yet. Quite a ways out. One way. It's a reminder, isn't it? One way. Sign said the speed limit's 25. I better slow down. I don't want to get a ticket for walking too fast. I walk the soles off of my shoes. I'm going so fast. if you've never been to the park, I can't imagine, well, most of the people that watch anything I put up have been here, but if you haven't, the trail that I walked before when I went from Panther Falls to Bear Falls, this road right here takes you past the low water bridge, and you'll be right back on that trail that I walked that day. We will go past Bear Falls, Garfield, Panther. I'll have to walk on around the loop to get to the Buffalo Trail parking, which is where I started from. Now, I very well might walk the Buffalo Trail one day and film it. I do have to tell you, it suffered extensive damage when the tornado hit. Doesn't look the same. So if you haven't been back in a while or walked it since the tornado, it does not, at least the low part of it. Now the back, pretty much the same through there, but that low part, it doesn't look the same. It was really affected. That's unfortunate, but what do we do about that? We keep moving forward. We'll give an update. The newspaper, Sulphur Paper, had a story about, I guess they've got so much money. Not so much, like, oh man, we've got so much money. But they've got enough money to start work. I think they're going to start Bromide Hill cleaning back there, is what I read. Hopefully before long. There had been the hiring freeze, and so staff's down a bit. And hopefully before long, maybe they can hire and get all of the campgrounds opened. I figure, I'm guessing, now I don't know this, I'm not a park official. I'm guessing that might start in the spring, because usually they don't have all the campgrounds open in the wintertime anyway. But anyway, we're gonna pray that they get those things done and that the money's there to do it. I know Flower Park, which is an awesome place to walk, pre-tornado, just decimated. I don't know how many trees they lost there. Just pulled up, there's a whole area where there used to be trees and they're just gone. And from what I read, if I understood it right, I think they're going to design it back around the 1934 CCC kind of layout that they had, which could be very cool if they do that. I hope they do. The west side of the park, I'm on the east side, the west side, which was really damaged. Restrooms were damaged there, and my understanding is, from what I read, I could have misunderstood, but from what I read, it looks like they're going to take those bathrooms down and build them back in rock in that old CCC look that some of the pavilions and things have around here. Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Doing great. How are you this morning?
Oh, beautiful morning.
It is wonderful, isn't it? Listen to that. Wow, that water. It's the low water bridge over here. If you know, you know. Man, this is a beautiful place. I don't walk down here that I don't long for the day when we will be in peace eternally with the Lord. No curse. No curse. That means my toes won't be hurting in my shoe, or the old plantar fasciitis kicking in. No curse, no curse, no curse. We hope in that. That's our hope. God is good to give us hope and a future. Beautiful morning. About to get into October, of course, and the leaves will start turning before long. I'll come down here and walk when the leaves are really turning. It'll be pretty. Now, a while ago when I stopped, reminisced about Dad and I jumping into the falls. Right here's the other side. Walk in the little loop. I can remember times when I was a kid and you'd just cruise down here in the summer, and there would be so many cars it was hard to get through. It's really difficult to get through. This place would really be hopping. But now, there are 3 well-known water holes here for swimming, and on this side, now I'm going to tell you right now, if you're wise, if you walk Little Niagara and you just stay in the creek, you walk from Little Niagara back, there's some good swimming holes that the public just doesn't have access to for parking. You have access to them, you know, they're not off limits to you. You have to hike to get there. And when you're a kid, walking the creek, get you some old shoes on and just start walking the creek. It's awesome. Wonderful. And there are some swimming holes back there that are really cool. One particular that's just west of Little Niagara that's really cool to swim in. Pretty big area. Now, the 3 here that are the best, you can rank them. You have Little Niagara, of course. You have Bear Falls, which we passed, and that is a pretty neat little place. Not as big an area to jump from, the falls, but it's a deeper, along the lines of Little Niagara. It's deep right against the falls there, and just kind of a nice area, but it's not a really unsafe area. Not that, and a lot of it you can walk in. There's one area that's great for wading. Then, of course, you have Panther Falls. This is Garfield, which has a really good trail on the backside to walk down. Garfield's a nice little swimming area. Now, not as much parking right here, and I will tell you this, it's not a lot of deep, big swimming area, but there's a swatch from east to the west here, and it's pretty nice. It's shallow. If I had kids who were, I don't know, 10ish maybe, I don't know. This would be a good one. But yeah, you've got Panther Falls down here. I love Panther Falls. Got a rock that's good to jump off of. You don't want to dive. It's not a diving rock, but you can cannonball off of it. And it's a nice swimming hole, Panther Falls, as we'll pass it up here. It doesn't have a long stretch with the double falls or anything, but it's just a nice swimming hole. And they've got cookers and things there. It's almost a little beach area. Not sandy, really. More kind of real coarse. But yeah, it's a nice place. We'll be approaching Panther Falls right up here. And we'll have a small loop around. We'll be getting back close to the car. Panther Falls. You see right through there's the rock. Great place to swim. Great place to cannonball off a rock if you're a kid. Maybe not a 300-pound adult. A little known secret here, Central Campground. It's a wonderful little place to camp. There's a spot in there that you're right on the creek. Got your own little private swimming hole. That's pretty cool. If I remember right, that spot is got a couple of cookers, maybe 2 or 3, and long tables. It's a big place. You'd want to take a bigger group there. But man, it's an awesome place. There's another little spot in there. It's 4 or 5. I can't remember which camp, but one is the other. But the other little one, you're right on the creek. But there's not a swimming hole there. And it's made for like just a family. So if you're a small group, that one would be awesome because you could sit around and just listen to the water, have your fire going, make you some s'mores. You can actually see the rope right there. I wouldn't swing from it, probably break on you, but over that swimming hole where that campsite's at. Just a neat place. If you enjoy camping. Central Campground. You can see this time of year, not many people come down like they do when it's hot. And I gotta tell you, it's an awesome time to come down and camp. Just be in the park. You can find you a spot, you've got it to yourself. How awesome is that? We might get up here at the turn. There could be some deer up here. Maybe not. But there are a lot of days they'll be up here. They like this area. not see him. Of course, here we're approaching the entrance from the highway to the east side of the park. So you've made a complete loop. It's a pretty good walk. You remember me telling you that if you follow the other trail, you'll come out at Central. Well, this is it right here. If I take this trail back right here, right there, I will wind back up at the pavilion where I started. But this is a shorter way, although I do have to cross the old highway. I may have to be stealthy. I hear someone coming. Now we're cooking with Wesson. Get over here. Now, of course, to my right, you got Lincoln Bridge. And first grade class, Miss Warren, Carrie Warren, brought us down here, our little group, pulled our socks up to our knees, learned about the midnight ride of Paul Revere. That's where I learned to make horse galloping sounds. And we ran over Lincoln Bridge shouting the British are coming. Lincoln Bridge, very nice. And we'll cut across the street here. Make our way to the vehicle. It's funny the things you remember as a kid. And we're back. Let's see what we got. One. And I don't know. I'm trying to get to where people can see that. 7,425 steps, 4.1 miles. Pretty good walk. Pretty good walk. Well, thanks for walking with me.